Adiola Kami Akere joins us from Lagos. You can follow this news broadcast live on our website nta.ng/live and all our social media platforms displayed on the screen for updates. The National Security Council is reassuring Nigerians of federal government's irrevocable commitment towards providing adequate security and maintaining law and order across the country. Member of the Council and Minister of Interior Rauf Aregbesola, who stated this while briefing journalists after the Council's meeting, also disclosed that ISWAP may have been responsible for the Owo Church attack. State House correspondent Adamu Sambu has the details.
The National Security Council meeting summoned by President Muhammadu Buhari reviewed all aspects of the nation's security situation, while noting with satisfaction sustained efforts by the military and other law enforcement agencies at mitigating threats to national security and stability in the northeast, northwest and north central. The council, however, expressed concern over the recent violent attack in Owo, Ondo State, where many lives were lost.
We have been able to see the footprints of ISWAP in the horrendous attack. Criminals, international criminals, savages who have no religion, who cannot even be said to belong to any particular ethnic nationality, are at pitching us against one another. That is what ISWAP represents. Our security agencies and forces are on their trail. We have indication of who they are, and we are going to bring them to justice.
The minister was emphatic that the attack in Owo has nothing to do with ethnicity or religion, but clearly an attempt by the ISWAP criminal gangs to get attention and recognition. The council equally discussed the spate of attacks in the name of blasphemy in parts of the country.
The police has been directed to mobilize, identify and prehend all those involved in the blasphemy attacks in two areas of the country, namely Sokoto and Abuja of recent. The president wants us to assure Nigerians that his administration is committed to providing adequate security and ensuring the maintenance of law and order, so that Nigerians will be able to go about their businesses, particularly farmers who want to go to their farms without any fear of attack or molestation.
Inspector General of Police Usman Akali Baba says the Nigeria Police is prepared to leave no stone unturned towards executing its mandate with high sense of responsibility and patriotism.
By next month, we are graduating about 10,000 policemen to join us. In terms of logistics, we had a lot of tools to work more than ever before, and with better welfare and so forth, I think we should also expect better performance. To whom much is given, much is also expected.
He said in the last 3 months alone, over 580 suspects involving high-profile crimes bordering on banditry, kidnapping, terrorism and insurgency have been arrested by the police.
We still have some people in captivity, and we are still trying to see how we can get them released on hot. There are positive indications that these people will be released.
And in respect of the elections coming up in Ekiti and Osun states, the council says adequate preparations have been made in terms of security towards ensuring hitch-free and successful conduct. From the State House, Adamu Sambu, NTA News.
Outgoing Ambassador of South Sudan to Nigeria, Paul Malong, was earlier today received by President Muhammadu Buhari. Ambassador Malong, who completed his tour of duty in the country, was in the State House to bid farewell to the Nigerian leader. President Buhari told the envoy that after 5.5 years in the country, he has virtually become a native. The president lauded the cordial relations between Nigeria and South Sudan during the period under review and wished the ambassador well in his future endeavors. Ambassador Malong commended President Buhari for standing firm in support of the peace process in South Sudan, saying the country would continue to rely on Nigeria's guidance and encouragement. President Muhammadu Buhari is to address the nation on Sunday, June 12, as part of events lined up to commemorate this year's Democracy Day. Information and Culture Minister Lai Mohammed at a media briefing in Abuja said the event to mark the 2022 Democracy Day will be rounded off with a ceremonial parade on Monday, June 13. Anthony Fossen tells us more.
Between 1999 and 2018, we celebrated Democracy Day on May 29, simply because that was the day that the military handed over power, so to say.
The Information and Culture Minister, Lai Mohammed, recalling President Muhammadu Buhari's directive in 2018 that Nigeria's Democracy Day celebration be shifted from May 29th to June 12th to honor Moshood Kashimawo Abiola, winner of the 1993 presidential election. And in compliance with this presidential directive, this year's celebration will mark the fourth time the day will be marked on June 12th.
Appointment is scheduled to hold tomorrow, Friday 10th June, at the National Mosque here in Abuja at 10 a.m. This will be followed on the same day and the same day by the Jummai service at the same time. On Sunday, June 12th, there will be a church service at the National Christian Center at 3 p.m. And finally, on Monday, June 30th, the ceremonial parade will be held at the Yusuf, starting from 9 a.m.
These events are to be attended strictly on invitation. In Abuja, Anthony Fossen, NTA News.
In the meantime, the federal government has declared Monday, June 13, 2022 as public holiday to mark this year's Democracy Day. The Minister of Interior, Rauf Aregbesola, who made the declaration on behalf of the federal government, congratulated Nigerians on this occasion and urged all citizens to support the present administration in its efforts at ensuring a secured, united and prosperous nation. Aregbesola admonished Nigerians to use the occasion to reflect on the long journey the country has made towards the enthronement of a democratic order and the sacrifices of patriots. He reminded Nigerians of the challenges faced and overcome, including a civil war, and said any form of agitation that threatens the unity of the country should be shunned for the good of all. Wishing all Nigerians a happy Democracy Day celebration, he says the space known as Nigeria would be a haven of peace, unity and progress if all citizens love their neighbors and embrace the spirit of brotherliness. Politics now. The National Working Committee of the All Progressives Congress, led by its national chairman, Senator Adamu Abdullahi, this Thursday visited the party's presidential candidate Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu to congratulate him and give assurance that the party leadership will work assiduously to deliver him as president. In a statement by Tinubu Media Office, Senator Abdullahi said, "Thank God and Nigerians by making Tinubu the presidential flag bearer of the party for the 2023 election." In his response, Bola Tinubu thanked the chairman and members of the National Working Committee, saying the party has sent jitters to other parties, saying APC remains united and will continue to live up to expectations among the National Working Committee members who joined the chairman on the visit, where Deputy National Chairman North, Senator Abubakar Kyari, Deputy National Chairman South, Chief Emeka Enyoko, National Secretary Senator Yola Omisere, National Publicity Secretary Mr. Felix Moka, National Organizing Secretary Alhaji Suleiman Argungu, National Women Leader Dr. Betta Edu, and National Youth Leader Mr. Dayo Abdullahi Israel. Others included National Vice Chairman Southwest Dr. Isaac Kekemeke, National Vice Chairman South Chief Honorable Victor Ton Giadam, and National Vice Chairman Northeast Comrade Mustafa Saliu. President Muhammadu Buhari has described the just concluded presidential primaries of the All Progressives Congress APC as one of the most competitive and peaceful in the history of Nigeria's democracy. In a letter addressed to Governor Abubakar Bagudu of Kebbi State and Chairman Progressives Governors Forum, the president commended the role he played in the success of the primary that produced the standard bearer of the party in the 2023 elections. The president says he is pleased to see how the governor were very professional and efficient in handling the sensitive political position of Chairman Progressives Governors Forum, which indeed demonstrates the commandeer that brought them together over 8 years ago. President Buhari says the party primaries were peacefully conducted and the delegates have selected the candidate to carry the APC flag in the 2023 presidential primaries. As a patriotic APC member and stakeholder, he trusts that they will come together to work with our candidate to win the 2023 elections. The APC project is far from over. It needs all to come together to ensure the progressive journey to peace and prosperity is sustained. News on the outcome of the APC Special National Convention is still making the rounds as Vice President Yemi Osinbajo congratulates Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu on his victory at the presidential primary. In a statement, the Vice President also congratulated President Buhari and all leaders of the APC for a successful Special National Convention. Professor Osinbajo said, for many decades, the APC standard bearer has shown passion, patriotism, courage and determination in the cause of nation building. He added that all members must now unite behind the presidential candidate to ensure victory for the party in the 2023 elections. Similarly, the former Minister of Transportation, Chubuike Rotimi Amechi, has congratulated Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu on his emergence as the presidential candidate of the ruling All Progressives Congress APC. In a statement, Amechi pledged to support Tinubu in ensuring that the APC maintains its grip on power next year. Meanwhile, the Buhari Media Organization BMO has also congratulated the All Progressives Congress and the National Working Committee of the APC for conducting a successful convention which led to the emergence of a standard bearer for the party in the 2023 presidential election. A statement by its chairman and the secretary of the group describes the APC presidential primary as credible, free, fair and devoid of any form of bias. The group commended President Muhammadu Buhari for displaying character befitting of a leader who respected the choice of majority. BMO also congratulated former Lagos State Governor and national leader of the party, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for a flawless victory at the primary. Conversely, the PDP Governors Forum is hoping to adopt a holistic approach in prosecuting a successful electioneering campaign that will result to victory for the party at the 2023 elections. The Moti Yusuf reports that this was the outcome of a meeting between governors of PDP states and the party's presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar in Abuja.
The PDP governors, national chairman of the party, Yocha Ayu, and the presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar meeting to strategize in their final push to anticipated victory next year. Matters concerning the way forward for the PDP as the 2023 general elections inch closer is the major agenda of the meeting.
The national chairman, along with the candidate, came to thank the governors for their various roles in the convention. And we have discussed about cooperation, collaboration, and prosecuting a very, very successful electioneering campaign that will result into victories for the PDP.
On the issue of running mate to the PDP presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar, the Governors Forum chairman, Governor Aminu Waziri Tambuwal, notes consultations are ongoing and governors are also part of the consultative team. Soon, the running mate will be unveiled, Tambuwal told newsmen in a rather friendly note. Timothy Yusuf, NTA News.
Still talking politics, it is officially 10 days until the curtain opens on the governorship election in Ekiti State. The contenders and their parties are still going about town rallying for support and the trust of eligible voters. But what are some of the top issues that the parties and their standard bearers are focusing on? Our correspondent in Ekiti will tell us more.
This is the campaign office of the Biodun Abayomi Oyebanji, the governorship candidate of the All Progressive Congress, APC. The policy thrust of Oyebanji is a 6-point agenda which focuses on job creation and human capital development. As lover of youth, Oyebanji is promising youth and sports development if elected the governor of Ekiti State. The bridge to cross is the June 18 governorship election, where Abayomi Oyebanji will be contesting with other 15 candidates who will be jostling for who occupies the popular Okeoyoba, the seat of power in Ekiti State. I now hand over to Olubokola Aduwo.
The situation office of Olusegun Oni, the candidate of the Social Democratic Party in the forthcoming governorship election in Ekiti State. Oni prides himself as a grassroots politician who has passion for the masses, and that is why he's promising the people of Ekiti State of rebuilding the state's economy, inclusive governance, education and technology fortification, improved human capital and infrastructure development, sports development, among others. It is now left for the people of Ekiti State to decide Oni's fate come June 18. My colleague Tayo Osho is standing by at the premises of the PDP Secretariat here in Ekiti.
Thank you very much, Olubukola. And this is the party secretariat of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in Ekiti. The candidate of the PDP, Bisi Kolawole, who holds a master's degree in public administration from the Ekiti State University at Ekiti, hails from Efualaye in Efo local government area of the state. The 65-year-old unveiled a 6-point agenda when he started his campaigns a few months ago. If the people of Ekiti State eventually give him their mandate come June 18. His agenda includes security of lives and property, agricultural development for sustainable growth, ensuring quality education at all levels, as well as infrastructural development. Kolawole believes that his antecedents as a former commissioner in the state and also a former member of the Ekiti State House of Assembly, and with the guide of his political leader, Ayo Fayose, he has all it takes to run the affairs of the state.
We thank our correspondents in Ekiti for doing a splendid job in that report. Time now for our first break. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Governor of Kano State, Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, OFR, on behalf of his family and the entire All Progressives Congress executives and members in the state, congratulate His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu on his victory at the All Progressives Congress presidential primary elections. Jagaban, your emergence as flag bearer of the APC in the 2023 general elections would be a victory for the Nigeria project, as you have the capacity to provide the needed leadership that will consolidate and build on the country's democratic gains. I have no doubt in my mind that as party leader, seasoned politician and administrator par excellence, you will deploy your immense experience to bear towards ensuring the final victory of APC across the board in the 2023 general elections. Congratulations, Jagaban. Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, OFR, Executive Governor, Kano State. Announcer.
Times 10. Get a Glow SIM today and enjoy 1,000 Naira sign-on bonus for voice and data. All new and existing Glow subscribers also get 10 times the value of their every recharge, plus up to double their data recharge as bonus. All Glow subscribers also get up to free 20,000 Naira bonus for voice and data.
It is an offense punishable by a fine of 10 million naira and or imprisonment for any agency of the federal government other than FRSC to demand for books or returns for the purposes of tax. It is also an offense to carry out the function of assessment collection or enforcement of tax, or pay any portion of tax revenue to any person or into any account other than the relevant accounts designated by the Constitution or relevant laws of the National Assembly. It pays to pay your tax. This message is brought to you by the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS.
Wake up the champion in your child. Give them energy to go further. Milo Active Go and the natural goodness of malt, milk, and cocoa helps wake up the champion in your child.
Bye, Mom.
He's going to play in this weather. Why did you let him go? He might fall ill.
And if he doesn't go out for practice, how will he win more trophies? To protect our family from illness-causing germs during the rainy season, we use Dettol soap every day.
Dettol with germ defense gives you protection. Rainy season brings a lot of germs, and Dettol soap's germ defense protects you from up to 100 illness-causing germs. Dettol soap is endorsed by the Nigerian Medical Association. Be Dettol Show.
Times 10. Get a Glow SIM today and enjoy 1,000 Naira sign-on bonus for voice and data. All new and existing Glow subscribers also get 10 times the value of their every recharge, plus up to double their data recharge as bonus. All Glow subscribers also get up to free 20,000 Naira bonus for voice and data.
Thank you. Hi there. You can price, Sha, but you're always saving on everything except for here. This is where you're throwing money down the drain. How? On this cleaning product. Impossible. You need the new Harpic toilet cleaner. With just 130 Naira sachet of Harpic toilet cleaner, you save 4. Harpic stick formula stays longer, so it cleans 10 times better. Wow, Helen! And it's safe because it's only 30 Naira, giving you a sparkling clean toilet and great savings too.
The Office of the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation announces the conduct of IPPIS Human Resource Record Verification Exercise for employees of non-core ministries, departments and agencies in Kaduna State from 14th to 24th June 2022. The exercise will be conducted by teams of verifiers from the Office of the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation at the following centers. Employees are directed to the designated venues or centers for the verification exercise. Respective heads of human resources and administration of the affected parastatals or agencies are to provide the teams with their updated staff nominal roles duly endorsed by them. Affected employees are mandated to be physically present at the designated venues or centers on the stated date along with the originals of the documents. It should also be noted that verification by proxy will not be entertained, and absenteeism would lead to the eventual stoppage of the affected employees' salaries on the IPPIS platform. Heads of MDAs are to ensure full participation of all employees in the exercise. For the purpose of clarity and emphasis, this exercise is for federal public servants of parastatals and agencies working in Kaduna State. For more details, visit Daily Trust of Wednesday 8th and Nations newspaper of 9th June 2022 or visit www.ohcsf.gov.ng. Dr. Marcus O. Ogumbi, Permanent Secretary, Career Management Office, Announcer.
Thanks for joining us. 550 intending programs from Borno State have left for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to perform the 2022 Hajj exercise with the inaugural flight in Maiduguri, the Borno State capital, 2 years after its suspension due to COVID-19. Yagum Subuka reports that a total of 1,295 intending programs from the state are expected to be airlifted in 3 flights to represent Borno in the Holy Land.
The National Hajj Commission, after resumption of commencement of airlift of pilgrims to Saudi Arabia, chose Borno State for the inaugural flight of 2021-2022 Hajj exercise, where about 43,000 pilgrims from Nigeria are expected to be among the 1 million Muslims worldwide to perform this year's Hajj. Flagging of the inaugural flight, President Muhammadu Buhari, represented by Borno State Governor Professor Babagana Umar Zulum, commended the state government for complementing efforts of the federal government in ensuring smooth takeoff of the 2022 Hajj exercise.
Hajj being an act of worship also entails hardship, which requires patience, great sacrifice, self-restraint and discipline. I therefore call upon you to obey all the COVID-19 protocols, but it is meant to protect you and other citizens throughout your stay in the Holy Land.
The pilgrims are already having all their traveling documents. We have made arrangement for the PCR test. We are fully ready.
Borno State Deputy Governor Umar Usman Kadafu, Shehu of Borno Abubakar Ibn Umar Galba El-Kanemi, and Chairman, Borno State Pilgrims Welfare Board, while praying for the safety of pilgrims, appreciated NACON for all the modalities put in place to ensure hitch-free exercise shortly before their departure to Saudi Arabia. Governor Zulum had addressed the pilgrims, calling on them to pray for the peace of Borno and the country in general. The resumption of Hajj exercise by Saudi authority after 2 years of suspension due to COVID-19 pandemic is a new beginning for pilgrims hoping to perform one of the rites of the 5 pillars of Islam. From Maiduguri International Airport, Amia Gumsubukar, NTA News.
Now, what will be your reaction when you board a commercial vehicle and then discover a gas cylinder under the seat? Well, you do not have to be scared, but excited to be one of those fortunate to be riding one of the 2,322 newly launched liquefied natural gas vehicles acquired, fitted and deployed by the Road Transport Employers Association of Nigeria. Oyeyemi Ajayi was at the launch and tells us more.
Heavy dependence on oil comes to carbon emission affecting human lives, particularly in the transport sector, which accounts for 50% of the poisonous gas. There have been efforts aimed at reducing dependence on oil, part of which is the introduction of gas as a viable alternative, especially for transportation. This commissioning of 2,322 liquefied natural gas vehicles by the Road Transport Employers Association of Nigeria (RTEN) is another effort in that direction.
It will encourage the reduction of gas flaring, improve on the economic gains of gas user, increases pond generation from conservation.
Apart from these buses being put together here in Nigeria, we are proudly celebrating Nigeria today.
The question on the lips of many, however, is what efforts are in place to ensure refilling of these vehicles when the need arises?
As I speak with you, we have a mother station in Ajaokuta here. We also have a mother station in Lagos. We also look at a mother station in Port Harcourt. So now we are coming up to the north now.
This is an opportunity. The more they have more buses, then the more they have more people to be employed into that service.
Natural gas burns cleaner, so it's important that more and more MDAs, more and more institutions that are government, even private in Nigeria, buy these vehicles that are gas powered.
These vehicles, said to be locally assembled, are dual-powered by both diesel and gas. The association says 3 each will be distributed to the 774 local government areas of Nigeria to ease movement of its members. In Abuja, Oyeyemi Ajayi, NTA News.
Adiola is in our Lagos studio with the next set of reports on Network News. Hello, Adiola.
Hello, Jummai. 463 sacks of cannabis sativa worth over ₦500 million intercepted by a Nigerian Navy patrol team have been handed over to the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. Commander NNSB Craft Commodore Malami Haruna, while handing over the seized contraband in Lagos, said the Navy would always mount effective patrol of the nation's maritime space in order to rid it of drug trafficking and other illegalities. Adeniyi Taiwo completes the report.
Boat laden with 463 sacks of cannabis sativa was intercepted in the early morning of Saturday, May 21 this year, during a routine sea patrol conducted by the Nigerian Navy Special Boat Service off Lagos Fairway Buoy. The suspects, on sighting the patrol boats, jumped into a speedboat and sped off, while the boat laden with the contraband was towed to the base for further investigation. While handing over the seized contraband to the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, Commander of NNSB Croft, Commodore Malami Haruna, said prevention of such large quantity of hard drugs from entering the Nigerian society would serve to reduce drug intake and ultimately check cases of drug-induced crimes among the youths.
I would like to use this avenue to warn drug traffickers and other economic saboteurs that the Nigerian Navy maintains zero tolerance to criminalities and will not relent in its drive to rid the nation's maritime space of all illegalities.
Applauding the Nigerian Navy for the operation, NDLEA Marine Commander on Narcotics Isaac Uza says with improved synergy among military and paramilitary agencies, activities of drug traffickers will be nipped in the bud.
The maritime domain is not only large, it's complex, it's challenging, but despite those challenges, you can see the Nigerian Navy is living up to expectation.
Earlier in January this year, Sea Patrol Team of the Western Naval Command made series of seizure and handed over a total of 529 bags of cannabis sativa to the lead anti-drug agency. In Lagos, Adeni Itaiwo, NTA News.
Now let's talk judiciary. For the second time in 1 week, counsel to the BRT bus driver Andrew Nice, accused of killing Bamishe Anyawole, has failed to appear in court, forcing another adjournment. Diana Ajale reports that the presiding judge, Justice Sherifat Shonaike, has put the accused on notice to prepare to defend himself should the absence of his counsel persist beyond 2 adjourned dates.
A hearing into the alleged killing of Bamishe Anyawole, slated for Thursday, could not hold due to the absence of counsel to the defendant, Andrew Nice Ominikoro. The counsel, Abayomi Omotobura, was also absent on Tuesday, June 7, without prior notice to the court. Due to his non-appearance, 3 prosecution witnesses, 2 bankers and a police officer slated to testify before the court could not take the witness stand, despite a plea by the Lagos State Attorney General for the court to proceed with the sitting. Justice Sherifat Shonaike, while adjourning the case to June 30 and July 7, frowned at the counsel for wasting the time of the court. She, however, put the accused on notice to prepare to represent himself if his counsel fails to appear at the next sittings. So far, only 2 prosecution witnesses, Mary Jane Ozezulu, who said she was raped by the same BRT driver, and Kayode Aluko, a manager with BRT company, have given evidence at the ongoing trial. Andrew Nice is facing a 5-count charge bordering on rape and murder of a BRT bus passenger, 22-year-old Bamishe Anyawole, who went missing on February 26, 2022. Her lifeless body was later discovered around the Kata Bridge area in Lagos. Diana Ajale, NTA News.
Well, do not forget to follow this news broadcast live on our website at nta.ng/alllive and on other social media handles displayed on your screen for updates. The news will continue with Jummai in Abuja after this break. To stay with us.
Governor of Kano State, Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, OFR, on behalf of his family and the entire All Progressives Congress executives and members in the state, congratulate His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu on his victory at the All Progressives Congress presidential primary elections. Jagaban, your emergence as flag bearer of the APC in the 2023 general elections would be a victory for the Nigeria project, as you have the capacity to provide the needed leadership that will consolidate and build on the country's democratic gains. I have no doubt in my mind that as party leader, seasoned politician and administrator par excellence, you will deploy your immense experience to bear towards ensuring the final victory of APC across the board in the 2023 general elections. Congratulations, Jagaban. Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, OFR, Executive Governor, Kano State.
Announcer. When you think of fruit juice and all the goodness that comes in it, think Chivita, specially made for you. There is more to choose from. Whatever your preferences are, there is a Chivita for you. Oh! Yes. Check out our new Chivita Smart Malt Drink. So, what's your Chivita?
Bye, Mom.
He's going to play in this weather. Why did you let him go? He might fall ill.
And if he doesn't go out for practice, how will he win more trophies? To protect our family from illness-causing germs during the rainy season, we use Dettol soap every day.
Dettol with germ defense gives you protection. Rainy season brings a lot of germs, and Dettol soap's germ defense protects you from up to 100 illness-causing germs. Dettol soap is endorsed by the Nigerian Medical Association. Be Dettol sure.
Wake up the champion in your child. Give them energy to go further. Milo Active Go and the natural goodness of malt, milk, and cocoa helps wake up the champion in your child.
See, nurse, she's saying she feels unwell despite my efforts to practice good hygiene.
Mom says wash your hands to keep the germs away.
Washing hands is good, but surfaces can also have germs, and you shouldn't use just anything for cleaning them. Use Jik. Jik's formula has been scientifically proven to stay active for longer, giving you whitening and germ kill protection on a variety of surfaces. Disinfect to protect, just Jik it. Endorsed by National Association of Nigerian Nurses and Midwives.
Our new toothpaste, Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection.
Why are we changing our toothpaste?
Because with Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection, I can be sure your teeth are cavity free.
When you brush daily with Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection, its expert formula locks natural calcium in our teeth and helps protect them from cavity. Colgate is the world's most chosen toothpaste.
Colgate locks calcium in
teeth cavities.
Did you know that a quarter of the world's deaths from malaria is in Nigeria? And the reason being a mosquito that spreads malaria, a disease that puts everyone's life in distress. We believe that protection and prevention is the best cure in the fight to end malaria. Morphine insecticide with its improved formulation kills 100% mosquitoes that spread malaria. So, spread the message of how we can fight to end malaria with Morphine. Morphine, our #1 choice.
La la! Bedmates Furniture is here to delight you with super cool luxury furniture you love and desire for that amazing look in your home and office. From 16th May to 25th June 2022, Bedmates brings you the biggest sales of luxury furniture at unbelievable low prices. As we celebrate you, our darling friend and customer, in the 20th anniversary of giving you love and comfort and furniture you're proud of, the moment your guests and loved ones come through your door with their oohs and ahs. Visit Bedmates showrooms now to get furniture that brings life to your home and enjoy delightful gifts like cash bags, beds, sofas, dining tables, and plenty others you love to have.
Welcome back. The presidential candidate of the Governing All Progressives Congress, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, has expressed formal appreciation to President Muhammadu Buhari for keeping faith with his commitment to providing a level playing field for all aspirants during the just concluded special convention of the APC. This was when the former Lagos State Governor paid a thank you visit to the president at his official residence Thursday evening. He was accompanied on the visit by Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State and the chairman of Owando PLC, Wale Tinubu. The APC presidential candidate, who spoke to NTA News, described President Buhari as a true leader who is committed to ideals of the governing APC, democratic values, and indeed a greater Nigeria. When I join Benny Adams for Business News. Hello, Benny.
Thank you, Jummai, and welcome to Business. To start by telling you that the Nigerian Export Promotion Council, that is the NEPC, is set to create trading platforms for Nigerian business communities across Africa and the global market. During an interface with the business community in Lagos, Executive Director of the Council, Dr. Ezra Yakusak, urged Nigerian business owners to take advantage of the Nigeria Export Trade House in Cairo, Egypt, towards facilitating economic growth and market access.
I firmly believe that our survival as a nation depends on non-oil export. And that's why we are organizing this advocacy program to ensure or to make sure that our exporters leverage on the services that are going to be provided by the export trade house.
Or a platform, a specially designated platform that will cater to show farmers and traders alike what is being bought at the other side of the world. we can assist to say, okay, we will buy it from you in 10-month cycle. And this 10-month cycle will create more money for you and will create stability.
Comfort Amadu reports that the council also met with agro-processors and producers who were informed of ongoing efforts to remove Nigeria from the EU restricted list and reinstating Nigerian imports into the international market. And on the capital market, equities trading at the Nigerian exchange closed bearish as the benchmark index lost 0.04% to close at 53,170.73 basis points. Market capitalization closed at 28.66 trillion naira at the end of trading activities. 318.4 million shares valued at 3.3 billion naira exchanged hands in 4,345 deals. Transnational Corporation, Guarantee Trust Corporation, and United Bank for Africa led in volume and value. Well, that is business news. Jummai, it's nice doing business with you.
As always, Benny. More than 3,000 rice farmers in Benue and Nasarawa states have received various sums of money as insurance cover for losses incurred in the 2021 wet farming season. The insurance policy tagged Pay at Harvest and Area Yield Index is at the instance of Haifa International in partnership with other key stakeholders. Elias Itiaf reports.
Haifa International, a non-governmental organization, has over the years continued to assist smallholder farmers who suffer losses due to soil moisture stress, like flooding, drought, as well as losses resulting from pests and diseases. It is in fulfillment of these that 3,110 farmers under the Pay at Harvest and Area Yield Index insurance policy who incurred losses of varying factors have benefited from the 111.3 million compensation package.
At the end of the season, if you suffer any loss, after you go through what we do like agricultural practices, and loss happen due to climate change impact or the likes, you will be paid the right claim.
The package is determined by implementing partners based on adherence to the rules of engagement and average yields assessment, among other factors.
The sustainability part of it is very, very important for all of us so that it can continue for longer period and it will be a real help for the farmers going forward.
If you have 3 hectares, it's 3 times. So that means we're insuring you for 9 tons.
Make the payment of insurance premium easier for farmers. That was how we developed the Pay at Harvest insurance scheme.
Some benefited farmers say the insurance package is a testimony of the genuine intention of Haifa International.
Today, most of the farmers who tried by all costs to make their payment the premium they were asked to pay, they received their alert.
According to Haifa International, 36 million people across the globe have been lifted out of poverty and hunger through the initiative, while the organization targets 1 million beneficiaries in Nigeria by the year 2025. In Makudi, Elias Itiaf, NTA News.
Chief Justice of the Federation, Justice Ibrahim Tanko Muhammad, has promised speedy dispensation of justice in tax-related disputes, speaking on improving the quality of justice delivery in tax matters for justices of Supreme Court and Court of Appeal in Abuja. The Chief Justice appealed for the adoption of alternative dispute resolution in settling tax disputes. Benny Adams has the details.
Ordinarily, voluntary payment of taxes by citizens is often a challenge. For the tax collector, enforcing statutory measures in ensuring compliance oftentimes leads to disagreement. And the Temple of Justice is where both parties go to seek redress. The interaction here is not only to advocate fair hearing, but also the speedy dispensation of justice in tax disputes. The FRSC is of the view that understanding the various tax laws, new regulations in the 2021 Finance Act, and even the electoral law will go a long way in ensuring justice is served and speedily.
Government cannot wait. We need money to be able to fund budgetary requirement at the 3 levels. So we have to collaborate with the judges to identify issues based on those gaps identified and make sure that these cases that are prolonged for 1, 2, 3, up to 10 years are addressed as quickly as possible.
While the Temple of Justice commits to dispensation of quality delivery of justice and speedily, alternative dispute resolution is being suggested.
People should seize the opportunity of ADR as a means of resolving disputes rather than everybody going to court.
The FRS has continued advocacy with key stakeholders in the Nigerian project with a view to boosting the nation's revenue base. In Abuja, Benny Adams, NTA News.
Former President of Nigeria, Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, has commended the Federal Road Safety Corps for its effectiveness in the deployment of technology in its service delivery. The former president, who visited the FRSC headquarters to renew his driver's license, said there is no shortcuts in the processes for the acquisition of the national driver's license.
This agency is still functioning optimally, very effective, very focused, and especially deploying technology to handle problems.
Dr. Jonathan, who was accompanied by the former Corps Marshal Osita Chidoka, was received by the Corps Marshal Boboye Oyeyemi and taken around the Corps' critical facilities. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
I find the strength I need every time that I look into your eyes. I know they worry, cause I know stay you there by my side. No matter what I do, you love me unconditionally. You show up for me every day, no matter what I show you. You show me love. You show me, no matter what I show you. You show me love. You show me, no matter what I show you. You show me love.
See, nurse, she says she feels unwell despite my efforts to practice good hygiene.
Mom says wash your hands to keep the germs away.
Washing hands is good, but surfaces can also have germs, and you shouldn't use just anything for cleaning them. Use Jig. Jig's formula has been scientifically proven to stay active for longer, giving you whitening and germ kill protection on a variety of surfaces. Disinfect to protect, just Jig it. Endorsed by National Association of Nigerian Nurses and Midwives.
Did you know that a quarter of the world's deaths from malaria is in Nigeria? And the reason being a mosquito that spreads malaria, a disease that puts everyone's life in distress. We believe that protection and prevention is the best cure in the fight to end malaria. Mortin insecticide with its improved formulation kills 100% mosquitoes that spread malaria. So spread the message of how we can fight to end malaria with Mortin. Mortin, our #1 choice.
And then I'm talking to you.
Thank you. Hi there. Hello. You can price, Sha, but you're always saving on everything except for here. This is where you're throwing money down the drain. How? On this cleaning product. Impossible. You need the new Harpic toilet cleaner. With just 130 naira sachet of Harpic toilet cleaner, you save more. Harpic stick formula stays longer, so it cleans 10 times better. Wow, hey! And it's safe because it's only 30 naira, giving you a sparkling clean toilet and great savings too.
Our pastors, our imams, in every church, in every mosque, please realize that in the course of praying for peaceful and transparent elections, we all have duties beyond prayers. If we want a stable society before, during, and after the elections, what should you be saying to those that worship with you? All Sundays and all Fridays, you are saddled with the responsibility of bringing up good generations. It is therefore your duty to both man and God to ensure peace all the time, no matter about elections alone. People talk to people and people listen. Top tier follows. Make them listen to ensure peaceful 2023 elections. This message from the National Orientation Agency.
Now we have pictures of the visit of the presidential candidate of the governing All Progressives Congress, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, to President Muhammadu Buhari at the State House. The former Lagos State Governor was accompanied by Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State and the chairman of Owando PLC, Wale Tinubu. The APC presidential candidate who spoke to NTA News described President Buhari as a true leader who is committed to ideals of the governing APC democratic values and indeed a greater Nigeria.
He promised the entire country and the world that he will build a legacy of transparency and consistency, legacy of level playing ground for all the candidates. He will be committed to democratic principles and values, and he did so. He didn't endorse anybody. He didn't impose anybody. He did not at any time attempt to tinker with the process of this election to favor one tribe or the other. He was steadfast. He was trustworthy. He was dependable. He was a leader, a great leader. If you have to give it to anybody yesterday, it's not my victory that is important. It's the process and the management of that election that gave it to President Muhammadu Buhari.
So the next task before you now is getting a formidable partner as running mate. What kind of personality are you looking out for and how soon?
I won't tell you that. That is my right. It's in my pocketbook.
So what would be the major selling points of Jagaban as we prepare for a nationwide campaign?
That I'm brilliant. I am experienced from private sector to public sector and ready to hit the ground running same day and not mess up the legacy of progress, honesty that is left behind for me and handed over to me by President Muhammadu Buhari. All APC family members should celebrate in a limited manner. We just begin a hard work. The work ahead to win the victory for our party is a hard one, and we will win.
Up next, it's Sports Update.